Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Lone Star Chick Plans. Welcome back to another video, or thanks for clicking on a video if you're new. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. If you're not subscribed, you should be. Hit that subscribe button, don't be afraid. Try to put new videos every week, all related to budgeting, cash planning, cash stuffing. We've got 2 different budgets on this channel, so stay tuned for recurring regular videos, and hopefully you find this content useful. If you have a comment, leave it below. If you have a question, leave it below, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And first of all, I just wanted to share that this spreadsheet is something that I found on Etsy, but there is a link in the description. If you're interested, it is totally customizable. You can change the colors, the fonts. You can kind of make it your own if you don't like this exact theme. So don't be afraid to do that. The spreadsheet it's not mine. I just recommend it because I really like it. There's so many other tabs on here that I don't even use, but I think when I bought this about a year ago, it was about $7 or $8 on sale on Etsy. I know they have their own website as well. I put that link also below, and there is an updated version of this. It doesn't look quite exactly like this, but what they've done is it's pretty much the same thing, but what they've done is they've made unlimited space for each section, like unlimited expenses, unlimited bill section, unlimited debt section, so you can put as many as you need. So for me, this version still works well, so I am continuing to use the same version that I had, but there is an updated version, but it works the exact same way. But that is the spreadsheet. You will see me probably color code expenses when we get to that point, and that is because I use 2 different cards to pay for my expenses, and that is my Capital One card, Capital One Saver Rewards card. I do have that link below to the exact one that I use, so you can see what the benefits are. It is a cashback rewards card, and I use that to earn some rewards and turn it into cash back to for spending that I would have done anyways. So it's just a little extra reward. My American Express Blue Cash Preferred card is the other card that I use, and I use that one as well for the same thing. I get some rewards. So my American Express rewards card only issues rewards 1 time a month, and that is usually right after the statement closes. My Capital One card generates rewards daily, so I always have rewards to use. So that is how I do that, and that is why you will see me color coding. I will color code what I need to pay back to what card. So I just wanted to go over my paycheck number 2 for July. I am a semi-monthly paid employee. This is my budget for my paycheck. I do a budget by paycheck. I don't budget monthly. I like to do a monthly overview, but I generally budget by paycheck because that's how I'm paid, and that's how I like to budget. I don't budget every week. I just budget basically twice a month because that is how I'm paid. So I just got paid on the 13th, but my budget, yeah, it kind of started around there. I haven't really done too much spending yet, so I haven't updated anything. But I just kind of want to lay out the plan for this check. So because the way I have my budget organized, I have everything kind of organized where pretty much all the bills are paid on the first paycheck of the month, and on the second paycheck is dedicated to just debt. So I'm able to put every single penny I have left over, since I don't have any bills to pay on this paycheck, to put towards debt. So that is what this paycheck will be about. It will be focused on debt. And if you guys watch my latest debt video from last month, I did say that I did want to continue trying to meet that goal of making the Discover payment of $1,000. I do think that I will be able to make that happen. So let's get into the budget so we can see how that's going to go. So first of all, we're going to start with rollover. I did roll over $307.99 from my last paycheck, from paycheck number 1. That is going to go basically towards my Discover payment. This way I can just make one big lump sum payment in the month. That is what we're starting with. Paycheck wise, we did get paid $2,058.92, and my son's contributing $200. That is what we're looking like. For savings, we are going to transfer $125 into my house savings account. Now, this is my house savings account, which is basically emergency, maintenance, everything kind of all in one. We don't really have it separated or categorized. Generally, when we spend something out of our savings account that isn't like emergency, we do try to, pretty much always, I wouldn't say try to, because we usually do always pay ourselves back. So we may take it out now, but then, you know, our next paycheck or the next after, we make a plan to pay all that back so that we're sitting at a certain amount pretty much every time. So that is kind of how we do that. So you don't see me cash stuffing for like home maintenance or emergency or anything like that. Like, this is how we're saving for that. So we take some out of my check. My husband also works full-time, and we take it out of his check. His check mainly funds our house insurance, property taxes. I am mortgage free because we did pay our house off a couple of years ago. So we are mortgage free. We also do not have any car notes. We are car note free. So we are mortgage free, car note free. So we do have our property taxes, our homeowners insurance, our windstorm insurance, because we do live by the coast in Texas. And then we also have car insurance that we take out of my husband's check. You guys don't really see that on here because that doesn't flow through this budget. That is just an automatic transfer from one account to the next. That's why you don't really see that on here. I don't really feel the need to just complicate things and include that on here. And that money is not coming in and out of this checking account that we use for these expenses. This is just basically our household bills and some spending. So what we don't use to save for those big ticket items, the rest is saved and invested. That is pretty much how we do that. And I'll try to get the numbers together for how much we save for those items, just to kind of give you guys an idea. I'm not trying to be secretive or anything. It's just easier not to complicate things, and that stuff is kind of already set up ahead of time. So I just don't really feel the need to include that when it's not part of this. That is kind of why you don't see that on here, but we are just like you guys. We do have those expenses. We're not immune to having those types of bills. I just include here what you guys see, but maybe I'll do another video just explaining those other things so that we're all on the same page. But my husband is paid every other week, so he's a bi-weekly paid employee. So he gets paid a little bit differently than I do. So he does have a magic month from time to time. I, however, never have a magic month. And if you're not sure what a magic month is when you get an extra paycheck. So let's say you have a month that has, 5 weeks, then you might get an extra paycheck. Or if you're a bi-weekly paid employee, I think you have an extra paycheck like April and September or something like that. So he tends to have one when that time comes, and we just most of the time try to figure out what to do with it. We don't normally have a plan for it. We just do whatever feels right when that happens. But I, however, do not ever have a magic month. So normally we use my income to pay for all the variables and all of the bills and pay this debt. And then other than that, we are debt free. So once we get through this debt, then we'll be set to do that. That is basically our house savings. We pay off the top. So I pay $125 every paycheck. My husband also pays $125 every paycheck. And so we're able to combine. We save anywhere probably from like $500 to $750 every single month into our emergency fund, which is our house savings. So that's pretty much how we're building that up. Our sinking funds, this go around, I only normally do sinking funds on the second paycheck of every month, just because I have more income, and our first paycheck of the month is very bill heavy, and I still have a couple of debt payments due on that paycheck, so it's really hard to try to make it all work. So this is how I found makes it the easiest, is doing sinking funds and the rest of it to debt on the second paycheck. So that is going to be $419 this time around. So stay tuned for the cash stuffing video that's going to come up after this. I like to do the budget first, then the cash stuffing, so you guys know kind of it follows kind of in line with what we're doing. We are going to transferred $10 to my SoFi IRA, and that's just a little bit extra on top of what we already invest. My husband does have a pension plan with his employer. He's employed by the state of Texas. Then I also have a 401k through my employer, and they also do a match. And then I also started this extra IRA just to kind of build up extra funds. My intention is that once I get through paying off this debt, I will start contributing a lot to that and try to max it out every year. So that is what I am planning on doing. For Hulu is the only bill that we have due this go around, and that is $3.24. For debt, actually, let's talk about variables first, and then we'll talk about debt last, because that's kind of the highlight of this paycheck. For variables, we have budgeted $712.50. Groceries is going to get $400. Eating out is going to get $72.50, because try to do a zero-based budget, and that is what it took to get me to zero. So I had budgeted $75, but I brought it down to $72.50, and we'll see how that goes. Gas is budgeted at $75. Pets, we're going to do zero this time around because we just got her a bag of dog food this last paycheck right before the hurricane. So I don't think she needs any more for a while. So I'm just going to leave that at zero, but I'm going to leave the category in there. Beauty is $65, and that is to get my lashes refilled. And then spending, I always give us $100 for anything miscellaneous or anything we need around the house that we forgot about. So that is pretty much how that goes. And so for debt this go around, I want to increase this here a little bit so we can talk about it. So I have my loan number 2 due, which is my student loan. That is $275. I did increase the payment a little bit so that my principal is going down by about $100 every time. The rest is going towards interest, unfortunately, right now at this time. My goal is to make this $1,000 payment of Discover. Payment number 7 is going to get paid at $10.72, and this is no interest. This is accruing interest. This is no interest. This is a balance transfer, and that's $1,000. This is no interest because it's a medical payment, and that's $10.72. And then my final payment of PayPal, $11.45. This was a pay-in for, and it was $11.45, and I bought some savings challenges with it, and that is the end of that. So I won't have that any longer. So that is how that's gonna go. So my focus right now is to try to make that $1,000 payment. I may wait closer till the end of the month to make this $1,000 payment just to kind of see how everything plays out and make sure nothing pops up. But I'm gonna leave that there at $1,000 because that is my goal. And hopefully if something does come up, it will be pretty close to 1,000. So that's my goal. Kind of short and sweet and to the point. So that's going to leave us with a zero-based budget. Like I said, I haven't really started spending yet, but this is going to take us through towards the end of the month. And then a couple of days before the month ends is when my next budget will start. For my cash breakdown, as far as what I plan on putting into sinking funds, this is going to be what I plan on putting. We're going to do Christmas, and I'm doing the 52 envelope savings challenge for Christmas. My quarterly trash bill is due, and we're starting over on that because I just paid it. My car registration, we're going to contribute to that. AAA is coming up, we're going to contribute to that. My Amazon Prime is coming up due, so we're going to contribute to that. And I believe with this payment we should be at our goal, so I should be ready to make that payment in full. For Canva, we're going to make that payment, and that is also coming up, and with this payment we should also meet our goal. For Google One, this is for like my Google Drive extra storage. We've been saved up for that because I thought it was due a long time ago and it wasn't. So I've just had the money sitting in my envelope waiting all this time, and I believe it is due August the 25th. So we are ready for that payment. We just renewed our Sam's Club membership, so we're not due for a while. Our Capital One fee, I just paid this. I don't know how I mixed it up, but I thought it was due in September. It's actually due in July. So I did mark that and make a note for next year, and I adjusted this amount. So we are starting over for that. My American Express fee is due in December, and so that's how much we're paying for that, and we'll get there when we get there. My last pass, I did deplete this envelope and used it for my Capital One fee to try to help me get to that goal because I was a little bit short. And I'm just gonna start over with this because I still have until February to make that payment. So I'm just going to save up slowly for that. For car maintenance, I am contributing $50, and that should put me at about $100. I'm trying to really build this up, so I'm going to try to continue contributing $50 every month until I reach maybe a few $100s, maybe $500, $600, something like that. And that would just be able to cover an oil change, maybe if I pop a tire, something like that. I just put new tires on it within this last year, so I shouldn't need tires for a little while, so that should give me some time to build this up. But that is kind of what I'm thinking about this. But now with the hurricane, as you guys know, my windshield was shattered. Well, not completely shattered, but it is really cracked, and I'm going to have to get it replaced. I haven't done it yet. I need to price them out and see if someone can do it. I don't even know how much that would cost right now. I haven't done that, and so I haven't had to do that in a few years, so I'm not sure what the price is right now. I really kind of need to buff up this envelope because I know that that expense is coming, and $100 is not going to be enough. And I also need an oil change, so my light is already coming on, so I really need to do that soon. My printer ink is $20. I'm trying to get to about $130, so I'm about, let's say, kind of like halfway to the goal, but I'm not there yet. Pet vet visits, so with this savings we'll be at 108. I kind of am needing to take her to the vet because she's got something going on with her feet, and I don't know what it is. She is just constantly licking and itching, and I'm not sure if it's an allergy or if she has some kind of infection going on. So I do need to take her in at some point this week to get her seen for that. Not excited because I just felt like we just paid everything off, and now I'm gonna have to take her again, and who knows how much that's gonna be. So right now we should have 108 with our next cash stuffing, plus I think we're gonna have, not sure exactly how much it'll be in that envelope because I think I just pulled from this one recently. For our pet groom envelope, we'll have $10, which will make it $20, and then our pet accessories, which will be anything like a leash, a collar, something like that, we'll have 20 in there. So that is $419 at the end of the day that we're going to stuff in our cash stuffing. So we're well on our way. We're almost at $600 for Christmas, which is exciting. I feel really good about that. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to have some money to have for Christmas and buy everyone something. And my goal is about a $50 budget for everyone that we buy for. So hopefully I can find stuff for less so we can have a little bit more to spread around to some additional peoples. But I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, guys, that's how we're looking. That's how we're looking for this paycheck. That's what we're working with. So stay tuned for the cash stuffing that will be up next. All right, guys, have a great week. Bye.